Hey cuties, PeachY here, welcome back to a new video, and in this video we have exciting news. We have our first look at G3, Meowlody, and Purrsephone. Their designs have leaked from a concept art for the animated series. We also have new character posters for the series and a lone Draculaura head that might be part of a new doll completely. Stay tuned and let's get into it. Okay, so we first got this like big banner of character posters with all the characters and a little bit of information here. For instance, here this repost is from Plastic Bunch on Instagram, and then later on, like today, Nickelodeon actually posted these individual close-ups of basically the same thing, but close-ups of individual characters. So here we have Claudine, her type werewolf human, accolade #1 monster fangirl, and then fun fact, leg hair don't care. Okay, that part is a little bit cheesy, but I guess like what's to be expected, it's a kids show. But then accolade #1 fangirl, like monster fangirl. We haven't really seen Claudine being or acting like a fangirl in the 2 episodes that have aired already, so I wonder when that will come in and like who will she be fangirling, you know what I mean? Like who is this monster that she's gonna be like, oh my god, so fussed about. So like I want to see who this monster is, who she's going to be a fangirl of. Then we have Frankie Stein, monster type simulacrum, which by the way, simulacrum means basically like it's an image of something, a likeness to something. It's not really, it's like describing nothing. It's like, this is what shows up on Google, by the way, because I didn't know what it means. I only know that term, that word, because of like there's a game that has the exact same name, but like, and there's like a book as well or something, but like what does it actually mean? I don't know. So it's like a very loose term, so I'm very fascinated that they chose to use this word to describe Frankie's monster type. They could have just used like Franken monster. I feel like that's something they've used before. That's pretty good. But no, they used simulacrum, such a word that's like really out there. Like I would have never expected. That really threw me off, at least for me. Their monster, their fun fact is only 15 days old, which like we already knew that. So like I wish there was something more interesting. And an accolade, most likely to lend a hand. Haha, get it? Because it's they're holding the hand. We have Cleo, monster type mummy. Fun fact, has a big removable heart. So yeah, we've been hearing about this more and more. In the series, we had one scene of her taking out her heart from a jar and just like so that it's in the show. And then in the music video, she also specified that the further away she is from her heart, the colder and more distant her personality gets. So her heart is removable and it's in a jar, but she has to keep it near her at all times, because otherwise she's not going to be like herself anymore. And then accolade biggest drama queen, which I mean that is Cleo. Also, like, can we talk about this pose? Oh girl, Cleo is serving a look here. I really wish we get, I really hope we get this outfit one day on a doll, because it just looks so cute. Then we have Toralei, monster type werecat. Fun fact, fierce from head to toe. That's more like a description, not really a fun fact. Accolade class gossip. So yeah, Toralei is gonna be basically like the mean girl, the enemy, I guess, for the plot. She's, I mean, we've read stuff that from her bio that basically she's gonna try to get rid of Claudine. She's gonna try to get her expelled from framing her of doing something horrible. So that's basically Toralei's whole arc right there. Oh yeah, and that she's now inexplicably just British for some reason. Next we have Laguna, monster type sea monster, and interesting that they don't point out that she's also like half sea nymph or whatever, right? Apparently that's why her whole design has changed to begin with, right? It's because she's more like exotic sea nymph. So I wonder why they don't make a bigger deal out of that, since it is kind of like the explanation of her whole look. Also, that's why she's more of a fish out of water character now. Literally, she doesn't know her way around social norms in Monster High, just like Frankenstein. Fun fact, can shoot water from her ears, which if you saw one of the episodes, yes, that did actually happen. He landed in like a garbage truck or whatever, and then Laguna had to help him out and put out the fire with water from out of her ear. It's just such a random place. But it's awesome. You know, I mean, we knew she was going to have like control over water, so great. And an accolade, most emotion. So she's emotional basically because she watches drama, like soap operas, telenovela, which that is really appropriately fun. We have Heave here next. Monster type, fire elemental, accolade, class hothead, and fun fact, loves to blow off steam. These are not new, but we already knew this. Class hothead. It's basically the same thing they used for Heave when they were promoting the movie, the live action movie. Hothead, you know, it's like that's such a. Of course, they would use that term over and over again. And unfortunately, I mean, the more I look at him, I'm like, okay, fine. He fits into this world, and when you actually watch the episode, you know, when he's actually in motion, he doesn't look that awful. Because, you know, I feel like for me, it's just the overall. I don't know what it is, honestly. That's kind of like putting everyone off from him. I don't know what it is. Yeah, he just looks weird. It sucks because Heath is such a fun character, you know. Then we have Draculaura, monster type, vampire, accolade, most fantastic, and then fun fact, very charming. Nothing too interesting here. Then lastly we have Deuce, monster type, gorgon, fun fact, silky smooth hair, and accolade, most rockin' eyes. This is also pretty basic stuff. And yeah, it really does seem like these 8 characters are really gonna be like the main protagonists, or it's gonna be like the main cast for this show, and everyone else is just kind of like, I guess, supporting or background characters. Like Gulia, you know, we've seen her character model, but is she going to be in a main group, or is she going to be more like a background character? Like, and same with Spectra. What is going to happen to Spectra, and what about Iris? I think Spectra and Gulia might become like secondary or, you know, like B-plot characters. I really hope, because like they're awesome characters, obviously, and we want to see them come back fully realized. But there's already 8 characters here that apparently are going to be like really, you know, in the show. So I just don't know how they're going to balance that out. But I hope Gulia and Abby is Spectra, and then of course Abby too, but we haven't even seen her in the show yet. So I hope at least Gulia and Spectra can come back, and then, you know, of course Abby, Howleen, Claude, Iris, Manny. We've seen Manny's character model, and same with Finnegan. They're going to be in the show for sure as well, but in what aspect and like to what extent, that's the big question here. So I really wonder like how much we're going to see of them, and also when they're going to play their big roles in this season, which, by the way, this season will include 26 episodes, so that's a long list of episodes right there. Now moving on to our first look at Purrsephone and Meowlody's G3 designs. So obviously I can't show these, you know, designs here in the video because they are, I mean, they're not even supposed to be out yet. I don't know who is not doing their job correctly in the animation studio, who is responsible for getting these you know, early looks leaked. I don't know someone's getting fired, so I cannot show these here. I'm even putting it like going into a risk, even just using them as a thumbnail, which I mean, but I think that's okay. So I'm not gonna show them here, but rest assured I will leave a link down below for you to check out all the pictures. It will lead you to a post on my Instagram, so you just click the link down below and then view them, and after, or, you know, whatever, then that's basically all there is. So let's talk about Purrsephone. Yeah, so she's the one who we have like the most pictures of. So she has like a lot of variants of like, I guess, outfits that she's gonna have, or like, I guess they haven't even really decided on like a final look yet. So these are just different variants of looks that they might use for her. So there's also a scale next to her for Toralei, you know, like how big and how, like, for color scheme references, I guess. So for Purrsephone, we can see she has now overall gray skin tone, gray fur, I guess I should say. Overall in the design for the outfit, she is wearing over-knee socks with a white stripe, some red boots, a long sleeve shirt in white with scratch marks over that shirt. She has a cropped shirt in purple with more scratch marks, a little gold necklace, and some high-waisted black shorts that are ripped. So that's basically her outfit. Now there's some variants here, there's some varying details here and there, like I mentioned, like her hairstyle varies, even her height varies in some cases, but overall it is basically the same thing. outfit wise. Now that's interesting because she's also gonna have, I believe, heterochromia, which is when you have two different colored eyes, or I think Meowlody has that for sure, or maybe both of them have that. Now iconically, these twins, they've always had like a matching hairstyle or something, right? They've had like the matching stripes in like the one strand of hair, and so she has this too. She has not the stripes, or yet she just has like a white portion of the hair. So that's basically like what they kept from the original design. And then Meowlody, Meowlody looks the same, kinda. The difference here is that she has a different outfit. So her skin tone is also kind of gray, but more like a purple gray. Has more of like a blue tint. She is wearing a puffed sleeve in purple with I think like a cat scratched print white tank top over that puffed sleeved shirt, and then she's wearing like a little bell in gold, and her skirt is pink. No, not pink, it's red. It's a red skirt with some scratch marks as well, and she's also wearing some fishnets underneath, so that's really cute. They're really wide fishnets, like they're really nice. And she's also wearing some boots. So design wise, very similar. Obviously we want to keep that theme going on with the twins, kind of matching each other. And then her hairstyle is white instead of Purrsephone. Her hairstyle is black with a white strand. Meowlody has white hair with a black strand, so they're keeping that theme also here going on. And that's basically it. So that's design-wise what's going on here. And then I think they will look really good next to Toralei, because Toralei is Toralei has always been like the spotlight. She's been in the middle. She's like the red girl. She's like very bright. Even in G1, makes sense to make the color schemes for the twins here also more muted in color. They're more gray. They have little pops of red here and there in their outfits to signify that they are in a pack with Toralei, but they are not stealing the spotlight from Toralei, because Toralei is very obviously the leader of the pack here. That's very exciting stuff. I can't wait to see them actually do stuff in the show. Even and you got to remember, these twins, even in G1, they never really spoke much. All they did was meow. I mean, or at least it's what I remember. They were more like on the sidelines, like, cheering on Toralei. So I really hope we get to see more character development for these twins. But moving on, we have our first look here thanks to Monster News on Instagram at a new Draculaura, but it's just her head. It's just, she's disembodied, it's just her head here. Someone found her, I don't know where, I don't know how, but she's here. And I think the face-up looks pretty similar. It's not Gorganizer. It's not like cheerleading Draculaura. I think it almost looks like the exact same, like the signature line Draculaura, but her hairstyle is different. She has different bangs, different hairstyle completely, and different hair colors. So this is a new Draculaura for sure, but like what part of which line is she? That's the big question here. But yeah, that was the video. I hope y'all enjoyed. Be sure to give me a big thumbs up if you did. Leave me any thoughts or questions you may have down below. And as always, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell if you haven't already, so you don't miss out on I post more Monster High doll and news, doll reviews, episode reaction videos, and a bunch more content coming your way daily and keeping you up to date with what adulty you love. Stay safe, be kind. I hope this next time, stay peachy. Kisses.